What is going on, folks? Back with Morphin Metacast. Me and Prime here talking Space Sheriff Gavan. But before we get into that, how's it going, sir?
Guten Tag, mein Dude, and Konnichiwa, mon Fräuleins.
Yeah, it's been a minute. January was the last time we did an episode. I don't know why I'm saying it's been a while. Like Jesus. Um,
Well, according to the streets, we left them hanging.
apparently, but hey, things happen. But we're back on it as we always are. Um, since last we talked, there's been some funny things happening in the world of Toku
Hadn't
American and Japan is set too. Hasbro having major come to Jesus moments and Prime sitting back like I told you so, which is always fun to watch.
niggas don't believe me when You would think after what?
Not look. Naivety is there. I'm one of those people that was naive, and then reality starts coming in, and Prime is like, CJ is finally becoming radicalized. He's understanding now.
I'm gonna say, do y'all know how fucked up it is when CJ starts sounding like me?
So Hasbro, they posted that was it they how much money did they lose? Did they say they lost this past quarter?
Ooh, I don't know. I should have get that shit tattooed on my left bicep.
They lost money, and a lot of that is attributed to actor strike and also them basically Power Rangers and the QA thing. I think we've talked at length about the quality assurance being bad to where it's kind of, and that's on top of them raising the price by like $3 on the Lightning Collection stuff, to where people are like, well, why would I want to buy this if your quality assurance isn't up to snuff?
I believe the technical term there, CJ, is dog shit.
Yes, it has been dog shit. I was trying to be nice, but you're right. And they lost money, and they tried to cite other reasons, and all of us was like, come on, dog, don't cite these other reasons and stuff. Like,
Don't
nah, you know
don't
exactly what
bullshit
happened.
us. You know exactly what's going down. Also, here's a novel idea. How about you don't pay Chris Cox all that fucking money? Because what the fuck is he doing?
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a motherfucking
Not a
thing.
thing. Obviously Transformers and GI Joe is their linchpin, and apparently Transformers and GI Joe are kind of, not going to say they're in bad straits compared to what Power Rangers was, but
They're
there's some
doing a little
issues.
better. They're
Yeah,
they're floundering. They're not doing as well, but like you have all
it's
these
treading
iconic
water.
brands. You have all these iconic brands. And because you don't want to actually make product or you actually don't want to innovate with what you have or introduce new ideas or tell fucking stories. I was listening to some people on talking about toys a while back. I wish I could remember what channel it was or who it was, but they were saying shit like, how have you noticed in the Transformer line, it looks like they're going back with the legacy lines,
Yeah.
and they're redoing all these characters with like updated modes, and it's like there are only so many times you can go to that well, because a lot of collectors have already had like the definitive versions of a lot of these characters. And if I was a more cynical man looking at all the releases they're doing, it seems like they're just tapping out, because like one there are only so many times, CJ, you can innovate Generation 1 Optimus Prime when you just hit a fucking plateau, or it's just like, let's just let it go. Like, we're not gonna
Can we
buy
get
this
other
again.
seasons?
And to be fair to Legacy, they're hitting all types of shit. Like, and this is how I know they're desperate, because they're doing shit like Beast Wars 2, the anime, and they actually like
Oh, that
acknowledging
shit with Convoy,
the
was it Convoy Leon? Am I saying it
Leo
right?
Convoy
Yeah,
and Big
Leo
Convoy,
Convoy.
Beast Wars Neo and
Yeah,
Leo Convoy. They're actually doing shit from there. They're actually acknowledging Armada, Energon, and Cybertron in a lot of various different ways.
yeah.
They're doing a lot of different shit from a lot of different random comic books. We have a fucking modern update of Jaaxus. Like, so like they're tapping at the bottom and scraping all the bottom of the barrel. But again, like the technology for the toys, like right now, Transformer toys have never been, or they'll never, well, knock on wood, but they're never gonna get this good ever again, because like we've reached the pinnacle of the
I
engineering
mean,
of these figures.
we have an
Um,
Optimus and a Grimlock that can transform by voice command at this point. Like, that's where
and
we're
they're
at.
doing a basically Generation 1 Optimus like body proportions, but it has modern articulation. So it's like it looks like the big blocky die cast one from G1, but like it has all kinds of modern joints and shit. Like, it looks like it's a really fun figure. But again, my initial point is how many times can you all go to that? Like there are only so many times we can buy basically the same figure like over and over again. And it seems like, again, like I was saying, trying to say before, if I was a betting man, it looks like they're doing a tap out closeout of the fucking universe. Because like, what's the line gonna be? Because like Earthspark isn't moving. I'm sorry, like I haven't heard people say like the Earthspark toy line is lighting the world on fire. I don't hear
It
many people
exists.
talking about the TV show. Like, as a matter of fact, the only time I ever hear anybody talk about that show is when they talk about the gender identities of characters, and I'm like, oh, that means that show sucks. Like, I don't ever hear anybody talk about
I didn't know
none of the
Earthspark
fight
was still
scenes.
going on. That's the thing.
Right. I don't ever hear anybody talk about any of the lore. I don't hear anybody ever talk about any of the fight scenes, any of the characterizations. All I know is like one of the robots is they, them. Good for them. How is the story of the show though? Like y'all talking about, oh, it sucks because of that. Oh, it's good because of that. No. What is the show about? It has black little children. That's nice. That's cool. What's the show about? Like, what is it offering me different? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's so fucking frustrated because Transformers to me is like one of the pinnacle franchises of peak science fiction of shit that you can do in the world. Like the basic concept is, I'm sorry, I'm about to get real passionate, y'all. Y'all gonna fucking bear with me for a
You're
second.
good because look, you and Sharp have been preaching the work of the IDW more than meets the eye series and how great that series is. Fucking dope.
It is
shit.
phenomenal. It is
It's
more
perfection.
Transformers being Doctor Who in space is fucking dope. But Transformers to me is like pinnacle sci-fi because it's a blank slate. Like the only thing you have to know is like it's a highly advanced civilization of sentient robots going to war with each other. And you can do so much shit with that. So much shit with that. And since I want to say 2008, it just feels all so fucking stagnant. Where like it feels like everything is doing the same exact thing. Like everything is chasing the aesthetics and the tone and feel of the Bayformer movies. Like, don't get me wrong. Transformer Prime is one of my favorite fucking Transformer shows. But like,
shit.
I don't want everything to be Transformers Prime. Like, you remember like back when we were growing up, man, like we had G1 and G2, but then we also had Beast Wars, and then the comic books were doing its own. Like Transformers had different types of fucking flavors, but now it all feels like it's the same goddamn gruel.
Like, and then when I graduated high school, I think that's when Armada had started. Had started up and stuff. Yeah, Armada, and then what was the sequel to Armada?
Energon.
Yeah, Energon and stuff. So like at that point, it's like even if I wasn't into Transformers, guess what? Kids had Armada and Energon in those shows to watch because they had.
And at the time, the comic books were doing. You had the Armada Energon comic books for the kids or people who wanted that universe, but they also had G1 comic books. You see how that works? You see, you see how it works? You have a standing comic book for the kids, and you also have a comic book for the adults for the older shows. You see how that?
And also Transformers animated. Yeah, animated because it was the one with Optimus with the big chin.
Yeah, they're all by was it Derek Wyatt? Is Wyatt?
I think so. And then you had, I think what was the one that was on Fox that was Transformers? It was like
Robots in Disguise.
Robots in Disguise. You had that one.
So like you had each show like you're saying in that string. So we went from Beast Wars to Beast Machines to Robots in Disguise to Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. You put all those shows in a row. They share some minor similarities, but they're all doing different shit. You see what I'm saying?
And then it went into Prime because at that point I think Bayformers was like ongoing. I forgot, was it the third or fourth movie when Prime came out?
I thought it was the second movie.
It might have been the second. It might be the second movie. It was, all I'm saying is the Bayformers and then Transformers Prime came out and everybody gravitated towards Transformers Prime because it was like really good, you know. So it's like you had those things, and then when you go back to, it's the same issues that Transformers is doing, that Hasbro is doing with Transformers, is the same thing with Power Rangers, where it's like you guys are stuck so much on MMPR and you forget, hey, you have other seasons. Like Power Rangers is a big brand more than MMPR.
Right.
Maybe
and then
show other stuff.
And what infuriates me is that people are like, oh, well, they go to G1 and they go to MMPR because those are the most popular. Those are the most well-known. Fake news. Because like there are generations of kids Like, and it's funny to me every time I see it. There are a whole generation of motherfuckers who grew up where Samurai was their MMPR.
Or
There
Ninja
are
Storm.
generations where Beast Wars was their G1. And like right now, that fucking crowdfunding, don't get me started. But the crowdfunding for Omega Prime, it got funded in like a day and a half. And
Yeah.
people are like, how did this get funded in a day and a half?
Are you?
Because people like that show, people like those designs. Everything isn't just the first fucking generation of anything. Like for these long-standing franchises to be, let me check my notes here. Long-standing, it has to be fans of each iteration, and they have to number in the dozens for this shit to exist for 20, 30,
I
40,
mean,
50 fucking years.
I hate to be that person. Like, there's a reason why Super Sentai over Japan, they revere their history. It's like Super Sentai could have easily been like, oh, we're gonna focus on Go Ranger. Fuck the other Super Sentai. They're like, no, Go Ranger was the first, but we have other franchises that we know exist in this, so we're not gonna focus on that. And I think
You
that's the
know,
issue that companies here in America don't realize. Is like, yo, you have a franchise.
I feel like you
Expand
can
on
write
that.
I feel like there's an anthropological paper there, like the differences in how Japanese view older and legacy versus how Americans view legacy.
We're
You know
talking
what I
about it.
mean?
Brian, we have a show that we're going to talk about where the actor is revered as like this. He's their like Mount Rushmore of actors over there. To the like he's their JDF. Like we revere JDF and Selwyn Ward and a lot of these actors here, and maybe they don't get the respect in Hollywood like they should. But then over there, you get somebody that like what's I keep forgetting his damn name. Wow. Um blah. Wow. I'm like blanking on the name. Yeah, Kenji Ohba. He's revered.
Uh-huh.
Revered over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing here that it's like we don't get that. And it streamlines into the toy line and the way that companies treat these kind of properties where it's like, well, people only know MMPR. That's all you're going to get. And I'm like, but you have other seasons that I would dare say is better than MMPR.
That people equally like, if not more so than MMPR. Just because it's the first, it doesn't mean it's the best. Also, in the same vein, just because it's the first, it doesn't mean it's bad. Like these franchises wouldn't be long standing if people didn't resonate with the original. But you have to also remember they're franchises. There are other entries beyond the original or the first. Like, could you like even when Gundam does Universal Century wank,
Oh yeah, they
and
do it a lot. Oh, it's
they
a lot.
they they have their lips wrapped firmly around that cock.
And look,
Um,
I'm a fan. I eat it up. I ain't gonna lie.
I eat
So
up, but they don't treat it like it's the be all end all or the only fucking thing. Like they let other iterations exist,
oh, they put out
coexist,
other
and do
shows.
other things. Right.
They put out other shows at the
And
same time. It's
there
I
might be
think
like callbacks, there might be homages. They recognize that the original is popular for a reason, but like they let the other shit have breathing room. You know what I mean?
like you got the latest, Mobile Suit Gundam movie. Was it Doja's on Island or whatever? I keep botching the name up. But you had
Daddy
that.
Doan's Island. Yeah.
Yeah, you had that, but then also at the same time, oh shit, we got Witch from Mercury
Right.
airing
And
at
we
the
got
same time.
the Gundam Seed movie. We got the Bill Fighters anime. We got, there's like
There's something there. Like it's
all this, and you got the Thunderbolt manga, the
mhm.
Moon manga. You
That-
get like shit is allowed to coexist in the ecosystem without one being
here
overpowered.
in America, it's like one at a time. There can only be one. I'm like, that's how you get stagnant. Like, fuck. Even turtles, at least there's a measure of existing where it's like, well, I have the comics over here, but I got this latest cartoon out right now. Cool.
Right. And I feel like it's a little bit in Turtles, but it's not as bad as it is in Transformers and Power Rangers right now. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
even GI Joe, man. I feel bad because the toys are dope, but it's like for some reason
Sir, sir,
they're
sir,
still trying to figure out how to get that
sir,
to people.
sir. Those figures are fucking excellent. How dare you?
No. I said the figures are great. I'm just saying they're just
Those figures are phenomenal, sir. They're some best toys on the shelf
they're
right now.
phenomenal. They're phenomenal. I'm just saying past that when
If
it comes to,
if
when
you
it,
can find them, let me add that caveat. If you see them in the store, they're
when you,
great.
it's like when you look past that though, they're still trying to figure out, well, how can we make a cartoon out of this? I'm like, I don't know. I guess keep doing what you
And
did
my
with
problem with that is
Renegades.
like
I guess I don't. It's right
they're
there.
afraid of they're afraid of machismo, my guy. They don't want to. I'm
I
sorry. Like
mean,
if you do a GI Joe cartoon, I'm sorry, but you have to lean into hard 80s. Like it has to be like a fucking action movie. I'm sorry.
I
I
love
don't make the
Renegades.
rules, bro.
I think Renegades did a good job of like, yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
follow our
Renegades is
'80s.
phenomenal.
Yeah, like Renegades was a good way of like having your cake and eat it too, where it's like, all right,
Exactly.
look, we ain't gonna go full military, but we're gonna give you 18 with some
We're
military
gonna do
stuff.
some outlaw shit. Like
Yeah,
we can, But I feel like for it to succeed, for it to be good, like you have to one, have fun. like have fun.
thank you.
And two, unabashed machismo. This shit has to be like I hooking Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone directly into my goddamn veins.
Yeah, it's like don't be afraid. It's like put it this way, it's don't be afraid of what you got. It's like, look, I think me and you talked at length offline and on this show about like the potential of what that Snake Eyes movie could have been, and then where it dropped off at, right? Where you're like, okay, I see what you're doing, but like it feels like you're still afraid of what GI Joe is, but you don't want to admit it.
Because I guess something military industrial complex, something
It's like for some
propaganda.
reason, it's like
I don't
some
fucking know.
it's like somebody in Hollywood was like, well, did people like those first two movies? Yeah, it was fucking GI Joe. Like, what the fuck did you want us to sit there and do? Like, both of those movies had issues, but we still came away from it like, well, it's GI Joe. What the fuck did you want? Like, it
Yeah, like
was
they were moderately successful, right?
yeah, they were moderately successful, and they gave you like the first movie felt like they were. It was like how we grew up with GI Joe, where they would sell. It was made to sell toys, right? It was like, oh shit, look at this, look at that. The second
And
one was like, oh, go ahead.
I was saying, and I feel like I'm a broken record, but I feel like that first GI Joe movie was more of a GI Joe movie than the first Transformers.
Was like, look who did that first GI Joe movie. It was the same guy that did the Mummy. He knew the assignment.
You know, you
He
put
knew.
the X figures, smash X figures together. You know what we want.
Have fun. Yes, it's not Cobra that we know and love, but fuck it, you're gonna enjoy it because it's, you know, he knew the assignment. Like, and
You know what this is.
that was pure uncut GI Joe. The second one, yes, we got a Cobra Commander proper. It was great. It was excellent. We got ninjas. Cool.
I just wish that whole movie had that same energy, that Cobra Commander suit. That's all I wish.
Hey, look,
if the whole movie had that same energy, it'd have been fantastic.
Hey, I went to when they showed that trailer, they showed Cobra Commander. I was like, you sons of bitches, I'm in. I'm in.
Right. No questions asked. Where we going?
Where we going? We're going to the movie.
Cobra Law? Let's go.
So speaking of which, in brighter news, Camerati Geets is coming to us from Shout Factory for $79.99.
You mean $100 if you're not on Shop Factory?
Yeah, I know. Now a lot of people.
Here's my thing. So, it's very complicated. So I've seen a lot of discussion about this back and forth because it's way more than the other Kamen Rider sets that Shot has
It's
done.
a brand new series that just ended. I think that was the reason why it's that price.
Yeah, so the Toei tax is pretty fucking high on this.
Oh yes.
Also, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna have any of the movies or any of the specials.
That sucks.
Which is a shame because the Punk Jack special fills in a lot of gaps.
Yep.
And I want as many eyeballs as possible on the Tycoon Shinobi special because that shit was Kino.
Dude, 01 had the movie, so it's like, how the hell did you not put like if I'm spending $79.99, you got to put a movie in there or something.
$100.
Like, I understand the rights,
right.
I understand the rights issues and stuff. I get that, but it's like you got to throw us a little. Like, how is it that Discotheque?
Well, to be fair, Discotheque didn't have the black movies on any of their sets.
But we got extra bonuses though, so I wasn't
right. It did have bonus features, right?
They gave us a lot of bonus features, behind the scene commentary and stuff. So like, I didn't feel as bad. It's like, all right, cool. I'll take the commentary. It's great.
So it looks like, yeah. And then on top of that, it's not going to be like the Blu-ray release of the show. It's going to be the TV broadcast master. So, and I mean, so it's like it's not all good and it's not all bad. It's just extremely frustrating.
It is, but I mean, look, I'm excited. People get to see Geets.
Yeah, Geets is one of my favorite recents. But like I said, it's very complicated because like I pre-ordered my copy because I'm a fucking mark.
Marks. I'm about to pre-order my copy probably next paycheck or something.
Right. I got mine pre-ordered already, and I feel like I'm just tired, boss. Like I'm so fucking tired of having to prove that we're over here, because my fear is like, if we don't do this, they're gonna go, well, we offered them a newest series and they didn't buy it, so I guess they don't want the show.
Meanwhile,
So like, I am
Supro didn't
so
do this
sick,
to us for Ultraman. That's all I'm saying.
bro. I am so sick of having the air quotes prove that there's a market. Like, just give me my goddamn TV shows, bro. Like, I want
Here's
to.
the thing that sucks. This is beyond just Toei. I don't want people to sit there and think that it's just Toei. No, it's a lot of companies, even in America, that do that garbage where it's like, well, if you watch the show, then you have to prove. And it's like that's bull crap.
Did
Like,
you see that fucking cartoonist? That fucking cartoon he posted, and he getting fucking rightfully ass blasted apart for that damn.
yeah, the one that I
Well, did you?
retweeted.
Yes. Did you watch the show?
I'm
Did you
like,
support
no,
the show?
like
If you don't go fuck yourself, bro.
we watched the show. It's the freaking people behind the scenes, the powers that be that fucking
And
up.
I
Like,
and I get
bro,
again, I get
Young Justice is lucky that somebody at WB was like put it on the streaming platform, because that show was like when it was done on Cartoon Network, a lot of us was pissed off that Cartoon Network really fumbled the ball on that one.
Do you know why Spectacular Spider-Man was canceled? Not because toy sales were bad, not
Huh?
because the DVDs didn't sell, not because the comic books didn't sell. It was a business deal between Disney and Sony. It was an exchange. It
Mhm.
got sacrificed to give Disney the TV rights back to Spider-Man.
Yeah, so we can
So
get
like,
all
it's
those
not about,
Spider-Man.
again, it's not on the consumers, it's not on us, it's on the
Mhm.
fucking companies. Why do these motherfuckers bend over backwards into fucking pretzels to bootlick these fucking I'm so fucking mad,
Like,
bro.
why are you bootleg? I'm like, bro, like that's why I use the Thundercats as an example, because it's like, yo, that remake was dope. It's just Cartoon Network kept switching around times and didn't even tell anybody what time it was. So we were used to Saturday morning it was coming out. And then when they switched it to like Saturday afternoon, we were like, well, wait a minute. We thought it was Saturday morning. Now you put it Saturday afternoon and didn't tell us. And then all of a sudden, I remember when they put out their release, like, oh, we had to cancel Thundercats because ratings. And I'm like, motherfucker, like y'all were the reasons why the ratings went down.
Also, you know why? Here's a fun fact. There was also a show coming out around that same time that Cartoon Network had a um more investments in, so they get more returns on their buck. What was it called? Chima, the Legends of the little Lego show
Mhm.
with they also lion and anthropomorphic animal people. That was a whole lot similar to Thundercats. I mean, why get 30% of the pie when I can have 70? I mean,
And the thing
that's
of it
just the
is,
way it is. That's
the
just the
thing
way
of
it is, player.
and the thing of it is, those Thundercat toys were selling, so they couldn't sit there and cite toy sales were down. I'm like, no, people were buying those Thundercats toys, so
CJ, CJ, CJ. Angel was the second highest viewed and rated show on that network. And if I remember it right, you were there at the time too, Sage. Remember if I'm
hmm
wrong,
hmm
didn't they keep moving the time slot to try to kill the show, but it
Yep.
didn't work?
Yep.
They moved it to Tuesdays, they moved it to
hmm
Wednesdays, moved it to Sundays. Oh, what's that? The ratings aren't dropping. Oh, well, we got to cancel the show. This is the last season. Sorry.
You know,
Again, it's not the consumer. It's when a suit decides, you know what, we can save 6 pennies if we just cancel this show that people like
that's
or
what it is.
that's doing well.
And that
It
that
is what it
leads
is.
and that's what leads into that whole conversation about like when you get studios and you get higher ups, like how come people don't care about television like they used to? Because y'all
Because you
motherfuckers
killed it. Because y'all put a dagger through its fucking heart. How about that?
you get us excited for the show, and then after the first season, we're thinking we're getting a second season. It's like, oh no, we're not getting the second season. So why the hell should I be excited about your new show now? Because you're gonna cancel it. Or get this, because they don't want to sit there and pay people and stuff, they decide, hey, we're gonna split this show that should be one season into 2 seasons by making it a part one and part two. Why?
Because we don't want it, because we don't want to pay those contract
Oh,
increases.
by the
Oh,
way, gotta wait two
oh,
years
womp
for
womp.
a third season. By that point, who cares about the show once you
Who
get to
gives
the
a
third
shit?
season? Like I said
You know
again,
what, CJ?
this is the reason why people kind of felt some. I mean, there were other issues with Voltron aside, but like there was so many gaps in Voltron on Netflix where it's like, well, hold on, like wasn't the show split? Okay, this is ridiculous. You split like just those things alone is why people get soured on shows now. It's like, why should I care?
Right. Right. But no, but it's our fault.
Yeah, it's our
You
fault.
weren't a
It's our
fan
fault.
hard enough. You didn't fan enough, bro. You should have brought more t-shirts. Go fuck yourself, you bootlicking cunt.
I remember when Young Justice when it got canceled before it went on to DC Universe app and stuff. People were like, maybe people should have watched it. I'm like, yeah. And then somebody was like, well, maybe they should have had
We
toys.
excuse me. We did.
We did. We were tweeting about it even. Like social media was trending on Twitter
Every
for a long
Saturday morning.
time.
I was there, motherfucker. In the person. I was there up at 10, 11 o'clock with the rest of us, live tweeting that shit posting, motherfucker. Don't you quote the elder law on me. I was there when it
Even
was
to the
written.
point that when they
How much
canceled it, we
fucking
were
care?
pissed. Even to the point that when they canceled it and stuff, we were pissed off there. It's like, so we're just gonna leave off with Darkseid and what's his face doing the handshake. That's how we're gonna leave it off at. Okay, cool, got you.
Thanks, Cartoon Network.
Thanks.
Oh, okay. Okay. And
Also,
I'm still bitter. I'm still bitter about Justice League Action, by the way.
yeah,
Which
that shit,
again,
that shit gotta
oh,
get
the
ending.
toys didn't sell. What toys?
What toys? There was no
Show
toys.
show me where I
I
can
don't
buy some
remember the
Justice League
toys.
Action toys.
I didn't
Because
see
I
no
would love a
toys.
Mr. Mix's Pistolic. I would have bought a Space Cappy. I would have bought that motherfucker.
Hell, even the new Superman show them got toys.
Sure, I would buy a Clark. I would buy that figure because that's a good Superman design.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
it's great. It's great. But but yeah, Geets, hey, look, good for Toku, but it's ridiculous how much it's weird how Supro doesn't have to go through all those troubles with Ultraman, but yet Toei is doing. It's like I understand Toei
I
feels they have a
forget. Yeah,
cash cow, but it's
well,
like this
it's
isn't the
their
right way
sacred
to do it.
cow. It's their sacred cow, but it's also split between Toei, TV Arashi, and Ishinomori Productions. So
Okay.
like there are a lot of hands in that pot. Oh, and Bandai. So there are a
Oh,
lot of hands in that pot, and everyone wants their check. I get that, but like if you don't spread the cookie, no one gets the cookie. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like,
by the way, yeah, you mentioned Hasbro. Apparently, a lot of us, um, you know, influencers or content creators. I'm not saying influencers, content creators apparently have been getting dinged with copyright strikes from Hasbro for Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff, and I'm like, wow, I did
CJ,
not know
CJ,
Hasbro had hands on those.
CJ, I'm doing the jerk off motion so hard right now.
I was like, because a lot of us after the whole Cosmic Fury shit, we were like, well, I guess Hasbro doesn't have anything to do with anything Super Sentai because clearly they don't give a shit about Super Sentai. And then Hasbro's like, whoa there, buddy, we do. Because if you use any clips from that, we're gonna throw a copyright strike on your ass. And I'm like, what? Y'all don't even care about the thing that y'all literally sit there and mock. Like that is pure irony. The thing that you mocked, now you're gonna throw copyright strikes at people. Got you. Like hmm. That is pure sad. Pure sad. But in brighter news, we finally got the whole team Boom Boomger, family, the Sentai,
Looking pretty dope.
dope car, Orange Ranger, which is great. Cause this would be the second one after Tokuja, right?
Now counting Battle Fever.
Oh yeah, Battle Fever, Tokuja, and this one. So yeah. This is the cast. I don't know why they didn't have his Red Ranger suit next to him. That's weird. But yeah, I'm actually excited for the show. Very excited for it. And like all of them have their own unique sort of motif, which I think is great. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for the show. See how everything turns out and stuff. Saw the mech for it and stuff, and I seen some of the clips from it and stuff. So I'm excited. You gonna kind of like do what we normally do, where you just kind of just peel off and just save up 5 episodes and then watch it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's the only thing there. Fig Zero is doing Power Ranger Zeo figures, 1/6.
Those look fucking dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those look great as hell. Also, remember we talked about the Shoto Neji Ranger release. So they actually are doing a Neji Silver one.
Okay, dope,
So
dope, dope.
all 6 Psycho Rangers are coming. So that's actually pretty dope. I'm actually kind of excited for that, even though I already have the Lightning collection of all. It's like, do I buy them or do I wait? I don't know.
I
But
mean, they're
but
gonna be fucking cool as shit.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like third party, like outlets are actually doing more stuff with Power Rangers as a whole versus what Hasbro was doing with them, quote unquote, tapping out at the moment. That's kind of funny in a way, and I don't know whether this just means that Hasbro is just going to let other people just license out their stuff to other people, so they don't have to do it anymore. I mean, if so, then that's cool, but I don't know how long that can go. Because if unless Hasbro really doesn't have a plan on what they want to do with Power Rangers, and to be honest, I'm starting to think they're going to end up walking back what they said about wanting to do original Power Rangers once they see how much money they have to spend.
Well, you didn't see that announcement. Was it Weird Egg Productions or whatever the fuck were they talking about? They want to do a Power Rangers as an hour long young adult drama, whatever the fuck.
I think we mentioned that. I didn't know they were really serious about that.
Yeah, that's apparently that's the plan. Hold on, let me see if I can find that announcement and I'll drop it in the group chat.
Oh yeah, I see it on Reddit now. Yeah, Weird Air Productions mentioned showrunner hour-long episodes of the upcoming PR reboot. Yeah, this was 2 days ago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so hope y'all ready for CW to Power Rangers.
Currently in an overall deal with E1 to serve as showrunner and creator of Power Rangers as a one-hour TV series. Jenny was showrunner, creative, second producer of the NBC limited series The Thing About Pam, starring Renee Zellweger. Previously, Jenny was under a 2-year overall deal with Amazon. I guess, I, you know,
So you know what? May the power be with y'all, cause I won't be.
the only way it could work is if they go Cloak and Dagger with it. And I like Cloak and Dagger. I actually like that
I
show.
like Cloak and Dagger too, but that's not Power Rangers.
I know. That's the only way it could work, and that means that you actually have to lean into like what makes Power Rangers. And look, ain't knocking anything that she's done, but it doesn't give off that she's going to, you know,
Nah. Nah, so get ready for your 45-minute angst CW tier drama where you get maybe a one fight at the last 5 minutes is gonna be a judo flip, and there's gonna be a bunch of people in their hallways talking about feelings and
a lot of
my
fuck you,
dad doesn't understand me and
a lot of fuck
school and
you,
life, and
f
so
you, Zordon. I hate you. You're not my dad. It's like, wow, really, this is where we're at, right?
oh, I'm sorry, I nodded off there. My bad. What? Hold on, wait, hold on. Sorry. Kind of went to sleep there. My bad. Huh? What?
Yeah, it's like a lot of f you, dad. I don't care about. I don't care about you, Zordon. I hate you.
You're not my real father. Like, it's gonna be so fucking. It's gonna be so
It's gonna
fucking.
be annoying.
And it's not gonna even be good angst. It's gonna be fucking affluent angst. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
Like
so
if you
fucking
told me it
obnoxious,
was gonna
bro.
be like, if you said it was gonna be on some season 1 Arrow shit, I might give you the benefit of the doubt because season 1 Arrow is flames to this day. But like you couldn't even give us that.
It's not. It's not even gonna be season 1 Legends of Tomorrow, bro. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, bro.
We don't talk about season 1 of Legend. That was
I mean, I
I ain't
hope.
gonna say
I
I ain't
hope
gonna say
it's.
season 1 is. I mean season. Well, you know what? I'm not saying that to say season 1 was bad. It was a little
It
bit rough
was.
around the edges, and they were
It
figuring
was
their
bad.
way out. But the second season, it picked up big time. Second season is like second season onward, flames. Like you can't touch that. You know
So
that
like,
is yeah.
I don't want to sound pessimistic because like I hope the show is gonna be good. It probably won't be, but I hope it's good. But like, it's not gonna be. Come on, dog. let's be for real.
You know what? Here's the thing. It feels like it's going to have the same tone as the Amazon Prime Common Rider stuff. It's in that kind of tone. But like even with those shows, they at least like embrace like Kamen Rider, like they were in the suits.
Yeah, those shows weren't ashamed of what they were.
Yeah, even though they were doing some high concept stuff, and me and Prime did episodes on those two shows, like there's at least a measure of like, oh yeah, like you said, they weren't ashamed of what it was. It was just like, no, it's just hey, we're doing some high concept, sort of deep meanings in all this, and hey, some of it missed the mark, obviously, but like they knew what they were. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel in this, it's yeah, they really are afraid of what Power Rangers is because they don't. It's still unfortunately, there's still this measure of like ew Power Rangers in Hollywood, which is again, it's weird to me because like these again, even though right now the superhero genre Hollywood is starting to pull that whole ew superheroes, even though it's like, bro, y'all the ones that ignored it until Avengers made 1.5 billion and then you embraced it. So like, why are we like? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, why don't you just embrace what you have instead of like trying to distance yourself from it? You know,
Well,
like
see, here's my thing. Like, what happens is because sci-fi and superhero shit to be done like properly, to be done justice, like a lot of that shit is very expensive because you have to build sets, you have to make costumes and shit, you have to do action sequences, and action sequences aren't fun. It's just much more easier to have people sitting around the table eating cereal, talking about their day.
it's like they missed the whole point. Like it's that you have to spend money to make money, and like that was one of the things that me and you have talked about length about, and even some of the Ranger actors were mentioning like, yo, like, hey, Saban, you're gonna have to spend money, and look, at some point we're gonna talk about Mystic Knights of Tiranoke and like how that's the case of a show where they spent a lot of money and Saban was realizing like shit, we really are not making much money off this, even though we're spending a lot of money on this.
Even though it was popular, even though people liked the show, it wasn't. You know what? You know what?
It was a very
Again,
expensive show.
was it our fault that show got canceled? Did we
No.
not support it? Were those toys selling? Yes. Was that
Yes.
show popular in ratings? Pretty much.
Yeah.
I even think it had some
Critical claim.
critical shine on it too. It still got canceled. So don't give me that bullshit. Don't you ever come to me and say you weren't a good enough fan. If you don't suck my boots, you
Like, cause to me,
mark
it's
ass.
like if and that's the thing that like because that's the reason why like as much as I still like the 2017 Power Rangers movie, I also felt like that was a movie where it's like, okay, you got the drama of the characters right. That was great, but like we came to see these people in
Action. We
suits.
came to see a superhero show. Like we
You
came to
know,
see a
give that
superhero
to us the
movie.
last 15 minutes of the movie where I'm like, well, damn, where the hell was this? The whole, like, you know, it's just because again, you can do the balance. I mean, fucking Power Rangers has done that in its whole franchise history of balancing the drama with the Rangers in suits. That's just how it works. So, like, when you're
That's just what
trying
you
to
sign
like,
up for,
yeah.
right?
So if you're giving us this CW thing, hour long thing with Power Rangers, it's like you're basically telling us you're not going to spend much money on this, and we're not going to get much until, like you said, the last 10 minutes of the show. They're going to throw fights in
Mm-hmm.
there for the sake of saving money. So it's like all this. It feels like it's going to go the supernatural route because you know how supernatural is, where it's like you get the mystery of the day, you get the build up to it. You might get some action set pieces here and there in the episode, and then like the last 15 minutes of it is where you get the big, fight kind of thing in the show, depending on the episode. That's usually the standard of what Supernatural was and stuff. And I feel that's what
And
they're
you
gonna
know
do with
what?
the show.
You know what? Because I'm running out, because I'm not watching a lot of new shit. I'm gonna jump on Supernatural, bro.
You ever watched Supernatural?
I've watched a couple of episodes in season 1, but I wasn't a Supernatural person.
Yeah, Supernatural. It put it this way: the fact that it lasted as long as it did, I,
Yowie.
I look. I felt that they
Yowie.
they 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 ran Supernatural to the wheels fell off because I sat back after the first season. I sat back and I was like, they're eventually going to get to a point where they're going to have to be like the agents of heaven and hell are going to pop up, and sure as shit, that's exactly what the fuck happened. I was like, God
Wasn't
damn.
that like season 7?
Yeah, that was like the later seasons, and I was like, yeah, because at this point, like it went from they're fighting werewolves and all that stuff to yeah, they were eventually going to get to God and demons and stuff. Eventually, I already knew that was going to happen.
Because you know why that show went as long as it did, bro? I just keep saying it was the Yowie, those Tumblr fangirls.
It's a Scooby Doo effect too. It's
You know the gay porn is what saved that show.
great, good looking men in the main roles.
I mean, you know,
Sam and Dean.
that's just the way it is, pimp. That's just how it is.
And now Sam is Walker Texas Ranger. So cool.
That is so fucking funny every time I see that dude. Does he spin kick in the show at all? Are there any spin kicks?
No, he doesn't. It's
Because
Justified.
it looks like it's just a fucking family drama. Whenever I see commercials like that, doesn't look like Rocker. What the fuck is going on?
Prime. That new Walker Texas Ranger is literally the family version of Justified. I don't know if you watch Justified. Do you watch the show?
I've seen episodes of that one. Like again, I got stuff stacked up now, y'all, because all the new shit sucks ass.
You need to watch Justified. Justified is the shit. I love that show, man. Timothy Oliphant is the shit. Like
let me get my Captain America notepad. It's on the list.
Yes, you need to watch it. So it's like if that's what they're gonna do with Power Rangers, I'm like, yeah, sure, but like, how
It's not
long is
Power
that?
Rangers. Have fun.
It's not even Super Sentai. It's not even Kamen Rider. That this is just like it's Power
And
Rangers
look,
the name only at that point.
I'm about to say something real controversial. I'm about to say some real controversial because see a lot of people going, oh well, Power Rangers doesn't need Super Sentai to exist or whatever. Here's the thing: Power Rangers, as exception, is an American production adapting Super Sentai footage into an original show.
Mm-hmm.
If you remove Super Sentai, then that's no longer Power Rangers. It's just a standard bog Disney Channel or CW TV show. Like it's not. Sorry,
Prime
that's
Nickelodeon with Nickelodeon did a Toku show that actually has him doing action.
Henry Danger. Oh,
Henry Danger. Hey, Henry Danger
in the
is an
Danger
American.
Cinematic Universe was it the Danger Force and what's the
Danger
other
Force.
spinoff?
Yo, they did it, so at this point, it's like you can't really make the excuse that you can't do a Toku show because I'm like bullshit. Nickelodeon just showed you they could do it. So what's the
CJ,
excuse
you
there?
remember my favorite TV show that got fucking chopped in the throat, got canceled? Mech X4.
Yeah, you told me
That
about
was
that, and I watched it. And I was like, this is actually pretty good. Son of a
actually
bitch.
pretty fucking dope. And what happened to that? It got canceled. Why?
Got
Oh,
axed.
because we didn't
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm Yeah. Again, miss me with that bullshit. Y'all not good enough fans. Go fuck off.
Yeah, because clearly, me and Prime aren't fans of Power Rangers, and we don't know what we're
Right.
talking
Yeah.
about.
We
It's
don't we don't know anything at all. We're just toxic man babies. Ignore us.
oh boy, man, oh man. You know what? Before we get into Gavin, real quick, I'm laughing because William brought up something with regards to JDF's son popping into the mix. Um,
I was trying to avoid that. Do we have to really?
oh, I'll keep it short. I'm gonna check out Power Morphicon, but like me, I'll sit back and just observe. But it's like
I know.
William sat there and said it best. Said it feels as though when JDF died, there was a lot of opportunists that came into the mix.
That wasn't the word he used, but yeah.
There were look, I'm paraphrasing here. I ain't trying to dot, but like he's right. Like at first I was like, I don't know, man. And then like as like the months kept going, I was like, oh, God damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. He might be right.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably right. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's sad. It's sad.
And
It's sad.
You know what? I hate to be that guy, but I'm loving the behind the scenes Game of Thrones going on, and I can't wait for the Netflix special. I'm sorry. The JDF Succession. This shit is dope. I'm sorry.
Or
I'm sorry.
my Morphin Life season 2.
I'm saying, man. I'm sorry. Does that make me a bad person? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, you know how us in this fandom we love mess. Hey, you know what? That's not just restricted to Power Ranger fandom. It's any fandom. We love mess. Okay, if it's juicy mess, we'll take it. Look,
Bro, when the
we're the same.
daughters were beefing,
Look.
I was on the sideline popcorn going, ooh.
Hey, look, this goes as far back as when Walter and Tree and Austin were beefing with Saban over getting paid money. As kids, we kind of understood what was going on. So we were just kind of like, hey, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then the truth came out, and hey, Saban's being a cheap asshole. Okay, cool. That clarifies it. We know what happened. So we like mess, if it's entertaining enough, you know. So hey, it's opportunists. It happens. I'm just kind of just sitting back and observing the chaos and stuff. And whenever Legends of the White Dragon hits Tubi, TV.
It's Tubi.
Look, the fact that no company is buying that fucking movie, the fact that nobody is buying that movie, and I was like, the sick part. What if that movie is actually really good?
You know what?
That's the thing that's like, damn, this movie's actually pretty good.
And you know what? It has more toys than Cosmic Fury.
Nigga. Right?
Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
I will say, folks, if you're listening to this, if you want to donate to the cause for us to do Cosmic Fury, have at it, because that's the only way Prime will be on the show for that.
I already told y'all the streets gonna have to pay me for that, dog. I'm sorry. Street's gonna have to pay me, dog. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not putting myself through that again.
the
No,
streets already paid us to have to do Naomi because they gave you that DVD of Naomi.
nigga,
So
I still don't know who gave me that shit.
Who gave it to you?
Who the fuck gave me that DVD?
You said, "Oh, you still?" I thought you said you knew somebody that gave it to you.
No, step
okay.
forward, motherfucker. Announce yourself, cause you niggas got jokes.
Yo, Prime was like, "I'm not touching Naomi," and then sure as shit, he posted on Twitter like, "Yeah, somebody gave me the Blu-ray of Naomi," and I was like, "Who did this?" And I was like, "Well, Prime, you know what this means? We gotta do Naomi."
You know what? You know, all right. You know, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, it's just 5 episodes. It got canceled. Grand opening, grand closing.
Was that popular? Did y'all buy enough Naomi DVDs for everybody?
The chick didn't even have a fucking ongoing book. What are we doing here?
And you see that person that came to me when I said I was mad because she skipped ahead of the line, and it was like, well,
She
it doesn't
really
matter
did.
it doesn't matter somebody's comic book history if you don't get the fuck out of my mentions before I curse your ass out.
It took Riri Williams like 5 years before she got her own show. Yes,
Do you,
you're gonna have to build yourself. You got to build yourself up before you get a show.
She skipped to the head of the fucking line. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Naomi didn't even have an ongoing series. It was like, you know what? Give her a show. Why?
Do you know who would have been a really good fucking TV show on the CW? Silencer.
Yeah, that would have been great. You know,
a black assassin. Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. TV show. You know, Infinity.
Come on, bro.
Infinity Corp.
I mean, y'all could have done a Firestorm show. I mean, a fucking regular ass Blue Beetle TV show could have fucking worked. You know, fucking Booster fucking Gold, motherfucker.
Oh, don't worry.
Classic, man. God damn it. This bitch skipped it. I'm mad as fuck, bro.
How did Naomi get a TV show before Green Arrow's daughter got a show?
That means you went to the DC library. You walked by Vixen and said, let me get Naomi.
I would have been satisfied with the fucking Green Arrow and the Canary show before Naomi. And you know, both folks know how both of us feel about Green Arrow and the Canaries and that whole.
But you walked past Black Canary and said, "Let me get Naomi."
Nah, Naomi. Green Arrow and the Black Canaries is like, that's like a layup. That's like, all right, cool.
You already had the sets, the costumes, the actors in place.
Done.
You done. Just go.
Just go.
That means you walked in there. You walked by Dr. Light. You walked by Dr. Hoshi and said, nah. Move out the side, Hawk World. Move out the side, sideways. Let me get Naomi. Like, are you fucking
Naomi? Who look? And I felt bad for the actress because I know, like, it is not her fault. It's just the powers that be at WB was smoking crack, and I'm gonna blame Zaslav for that.
Possibly. That was before he got there, bro. That was before he got there.
I'm still.
That was way before he got there.
I'm still blaming him, Prime, because fuck that dude.
You had to move past Captain Adams' office to get to Naomi. Are you fucking for real right now?
I felt that was
Nate sitting his desk like, yo, what the fuck?
You know what? Though? I really feel they made Naomi to really speed up the process of the Arrowverse getting killed off quick. Oh man! Speaking of which, real quick,
the money y'all gave to Naomi should have went to Swamp Thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
still bitter we didn't get a second season. Sorry.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm quite excited for this new Godzilla and Kong team up movie again.
Did you watch Legacy of Monsters yet?
Yes, I've seen the whole series. I think we talked at length about how that could have been an email.
That's
I enjoyed it.
10-episode long post-credit scene.
I still enjoyed it. I love the background and stuff.
I love having it all in the background. So CJ,
you got an American Toku show. I'm happy that Apple was like, fuck it, give them like Apple.
And Apple's doing a lot of good things for sci-fi. I'll give them that because sci-fi, like I said, sci-fi isn't cheap, and there are a lot of good shows there.
I totally forgot. I forgot Apple has a lot of fuck you money, so they can do this.
Right. But here's the thing. Like, I think we need to have a conversation with all these modern writers about storytelling economy, because like you cannot stretch one revelation over 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Like you gotta hit a beat. You gotta give me something interesting. Like if you just have these long
5 episodes for them to be like, oh shit, the dad's alive. I'm like, damn, we got 6 episodes before they finally. It's like,
and we knew that in the first episode. So I'm like, Okay.
I mean, look, it's one of those things where it should have been, I say 6 episodes max.
I would say 4. If that was the story they were telling, if they didn't have anything else, and it was just for that fucking King Kong tease, it
Okay,
should
I
have
say
been 4
five
episodes.
times. I say 5 times. Five times.
Oh, spoilers! King Kong pops up at the end.
Yeah, Kong pops up with the gray hair, which leads into the. Actually, it's funny because this show leads into Godzilla versus Kong because it
And you
basically
don't have to watch it at
explains.
all. You do not have
Because
to
number
watch it
one,
at
it
all.
explains how Kong traveled to that world that we saw in Godzilla versus Kong, where the
They
origin is.
already explained it in the fucking Kong versus Godzilla, the first one. We
Well,
already know about the network.
it was basically the network. They explained it, but I guess they felt like they had to like show like what led to that. Which I'm like, all right, sure, fine, that got you. Like I
Okay,
guess.
I'm being mean. I take it back. I take it back. If you're interested in the show, I will say that Kurt Russell is he has a mouthful of scene every time he's on camera.
Him and his son.
Well, he's just murdering it. Don't that motherfucker look just like him?
That's his son. That's it's like yo. He could not deny his son if he tried.
That's what I said. Like you look just like your ass.
First off, that is a U.S. agent now. I can't unlook Prime. I'm sorry. After he yelled at Congress and Falcon Winter Soldier, I can't unsee him as MAGA Captain America. That's all I'm saying. So
And what kills me about this shit is like the show was like he's in the wrong, and I'm like, but is he though?
Because he's like,
but is he
hey,
though?
he's literally like, yo,
Like, so we're
yeah,
supposed to feel bad because he avenged the death of his really close friend.
like, yo,
Really?
he's
You're
like,
pointing him out to be the bad guy in this situation?
because he's literally
Oh,
like, yo, the
okay.
government in the world isn't to be trusted with these portals. We gotta blow this shit up. Sorry. I was like, this guy has a point.
Oh,
Oh, what you say?
I said, oh, my bad. I was talking about a U.S. agent, but yeah, that's true too.
Yeah,
That's
that
true
too.
too.
Yeah. So it's but anyways, Space Sheriff Gavin Prime,
Peak.
peak,
Kino.
peak. If you haven't already, you can get it from Discotech for a mighty. I paid 30 for mines.
Same here.
Yeah, 30 for mines. You can get it
Good
on
price.
Amazon. Good price. A lot of extras. A
The
lot of behind the
transfers
scenes.
were pretty good. Good
Oh
video
look,
quality, pretty much.
I have preached ever since we did Ultra Q on how the transfers from some of these old shows look really
Bro,
good on
Ultra Q
Blu-ray.
looks so good, bro. The power of film, putting shit on film, bro.
The power of having masters of these
I'm
shows.
saying.
And Gavin is no exception. It looks really good. Now it's weird because I don't know who posted it in our 3BG Facebook group, but somebody put up the 4K of O Ranger, and I was like, inject that in my veins right now because 4K O Ranger looks dope as shit.
Did you see that the color remaster that they're doing of the first Kamen Rider in Japan?
Really? They're doing
That
that?
shit look so good, bro.
I will buy a 4K of OG Kamen Rider if possible. Like,
Not knock on wood, shop. We're waiting. We are waiting.
no, I'm waiting for Discotech. Fuck Shout at this point.
Shout has the rights, bro.
Oh, God. But anyway,
Womp
Space
womp.
Sheriff Gavin. So the history of that was basically after Supro basically did, was it Ultraman 80, I believe,
Yes.
and Kamen Rider, I think was Super One was finished. They were like,
Mhm.
"Hey, we kind of need another superhero show," and we got Gavin, and they bought bought in our boy
Kenji Ohba. Why do you
Kenji
keep?
Ohba. I keep messing it up. My bad.
If
Kenji
you
Ohba.
don't put respect on my man's name,
Kenji Ohba. He had did the suits for Go Ranger, and
highly decorated suit actor. He was Aka Ranger as well as Android Jiro and Kakaider.
and they were like, "Hey, Kenji, how would you like to headline your own show?" And Kenji was like, "Cool. What is it?" And Space Sheriff Gavin was the Kickstarter for the Metal Hero franchise because basically the character was not decked out in any spandex, and he was in a metal suit, so thus Metal Hero. There you go.
Started the Space Sheriff trilogy. And gave birth to this new.
And Shader. Those are the two.
It gave birth to this new subgenre of metal heroes, which strangely deals with a lot of law enforcement or super science shit going on.
Super science, definitely. A lot of monster creations and such.
Crime syndicates and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Is See, I was about to say is Garo part of the Metal Hero series, but that's like a
Nah,
different.
Gar's its own thing.
Yeah, it's his own thing. I don't know
Which
why
the new
in
season
my
is
head.
pretty. Here, the new season is really good.
Yeah, isn't episode one up on YouTube?
Yeah, I think at least one or two by now, shouldn't it?
Yeah, because aren't they like simulcasted it or something like that?
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, they're simulcasted. Though I hear a lot of people say like the subtitles on the YouTube uploads aren't that good. So think of that as you
Yeah,
will.
yeah, it's the handicap of YouTube. Unfortunately, you get those things, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
But it's amazing to me. Like that's this is the reason why, like, maybe because I'm giving bonus points to Beast Morphers that they put Gavin in Beast Morphers, and I'm like,
You
I
mean
have to
Chaku?
Chaku, yes, Captain Chaku.
The fuck out.
Look, I'm not the one that made the name up, all right?
It's better than Sheriff Starfire. I'm sorry, Sky. Was it Skyfire or Starfire? What they?
Skyfire, I think.
Skyfire.
Skyfire, yeah. So so basically Earth is invaded by the Maku Empire, led by Don Horror, who Don
Which,
Horror
by the way, fantastic fucking name.
Don 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 Horror
Fantastic fucking name.
Don Horror looking like that, basically. That's the full body of what Don Horror looks like. Doesn't move around, and it makes you question how he was able to birth a kid who he basically his own kid does not want his dad's help, but his kid constantly gets his ass whooped, and it's like, so your kid's getting his ass whooped, you going to help him? Nah, he can do it on his own. It's great. He's good. But it's invaded by Don Horror, and basically, Earth is his next thing, and the Galactic Union Patrol um, is basically on the scene to basically protect Earth from Don Horror, and that's where Gavin comes in.
Gonna protect his
Um,
mom's planet.
yeah,
So
his mom's pregnant because
got the
his dad was an alien, his mom's from Earth, so
got
this
the
is like,
He-Man thing going on.
yeah,
Mom from Earth.
definitely, yeah, yeah. And he has now. Here's the thing. So Gavin has his suit, has a sword, he shoots lasers out of his hands, but that's like few and far between that he's done that. But it's basically a laser sword. He has his spaceship Tran has a drag is basically a dragon that when the monster let me rewind back. Occasionally, Don Horror will sit there and transport Gavin and the monster to a different dimension that heightens the powers of the monster. And
Maku
so,
space.
yes, Maku space. And sometimes, depending on the monster, it will transform into a giant monster, and he has to use his spaceship that transforms into a dragon to defeat said monster.
So CJ,
Mhm,
quick question. Quick question.
mhm, mhm.
Why does the space cop have a ship, a dragon robot?
Is
Because it looks fucking cool.
it looks dope, and also it sells toys. I mean,
I
come on,
mean,
like that's the
I
come on.
mean, I mean,
Look, this is 2 years before I was born, so like if I was born in like the 70s and watched this, I'll be like, I need this toy like
I
right
would
now.
have three. I would have three.
Can't you buy don't they sell a toy for this for like the newer Gavin?
Yeah, they sell like updates and shit. You can probably check something on Hobby Link or Hobby Search.
Yeah, 'cause I know CSM did the Gavin laser sword some years
And
back.
they just did. Was it Trojan? They just did a re-update of the Siberian.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, shit. Yeah. So basically, Gavin is there to protect the Earth from all that. Now, here's the weird part about this. So one of the villains, I think Hunter Killer, is the one that killed his dad. And I was kind of disappointed because I was expecting there to be some sort of like he was going to be like the main rival to Gavin, and then he isn't. And I was like,
And he goes out like a bitch.
"It- really? Because I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, he killed his dad, so there should be some sort of rivalry happening, and it doesn't exist at all. Like he's just there. Hunter Killer is just he just exists, and I'm like, there should have been something here, and we didn't get that. I was a little disappointed. I don't know about you on that one. I mean, where
I
were you
mean,
sitting at on that?
I'm gonna be like 100% honest. Like the basic story of Gavin, like there are bare bones there,
Mhm.
but like the show really isn't a story driven show. It's more like a stunt piece driven show. Like it's more like what action sequences are we doing, and like and that's fine. That's allowed.
Oh, it's
Like it
great.
doesn't have
It's great.
it's the action scenes, the stunts. Like Kenji Ohba, like I say, give that man his flowers. He's fucking a
Dude,
phenomenal
Gavin
stunt
fights
actor.
under the water, and it's actually a fun fight watching it in the water. Like they have like you're right. The set pieces for the show is like a stunt person's wet dream.
Right, weekly
They're
on a
fighting on
weekly
boats.
fucking budget, bro.
They fight on boats as the
Like was
boat
it
is
that
driving.
was it that second episode when he had that had to infiltrate the base?
Mhm.
Um just that sequence alone, that would be other TV shows that have been built up. They would just blew half their budget for the season doing all that
Mhm.
shit. That was an episode 2. And that wasn't even the best sequence in the show. Like so it was just it's just an action set piece heavy show, which is fine. But like you said, like there were pieces that it could have been good, like the relationship between Gavin and Mimi and Gavin and what's old girl's secretary? What's her name?
Uh, uh, the oh,
The head dude secretary. What's her?
it's not so I'm about to say Yoichi.
Damn, what is her name? But anyway, like
Yeah,
there or like the drive for like who killed his dad. Like there is stuff that could have been there, but like that's just flavoring. Like it's just really, hey, let's get all these really talented stunt performers and just do some bombastic weird shit.
not a
Um,
bad, like you said, not a bad thing, but it's like the meat of what could have been on this isn't theirs, and even like you said, even to the point that where Hunter Killer, when he gets killed, you're just kind of looking back like, all right, cool, I
that's it.
guess.
And also to be fair, like he took out the generals. Even what's the witch's name? And the dude Don Howard's son. Like
It was
even like
yeah, Witch Kiba. Yeah, Witch Kiba and what was it? It was Witch Kiba and I believe was it Sandora.
yeah,
Yeah,
like even
Sandora.
when he took them out, like it wasn't really just like a big deal. Like, as a matter of fact, it felt kind of inconsequential with that fucking WWE interrupt from Sharivan, who did nothing, by the way. Like he didn't join the fight. He just showed up like Stone Cold and just stood there. Like, okay,
It's like it's like Batman and BVS to give him the thumbs
right?
up to Wonder Woman.
Because
To
like
Superman when they
it's like,
fight.
and it's so fucking funny. Like reading synopsis when it's like, and Sharivan shows up to help, and then you watch the show, he literally just teleports in. He like is a ball of light, and he just stands there. Like, was that a distraction? I mean, technically, I guess that counts as helping.
It's like everybody gets one. Out.
Right. It's like we're showing off the new suit. Like, was this the screen test for the suit? Like, what the fuck, bro?
I love it, but like I didn't the you mentioning the fact that it is like just everything about the show, like because I'm just watching it, I'm enjoying it and stuff. But it is one of those things that after you watch it, you sit back like, what was the overarching plot again? Like because
Explosions, nigga. Explosions.
because it's even to the point that like the first chick that's helping out the Space Force, she disappears and she gets replaced with someone else, and there's no explanation of where the other character went. She's
Then
just
she
gone.
just comes back.
Yeah, and then comes back later on, and it's like, so where was she again? Because at least
I'm
in
assuming.
Kamen Rider One, we understood where he left off. Oh, he went to America, so we got the new guy come in. Blah blah blah. All right, cool, makes sense. Her, she's just gone, and then she comes back, and it's like, so we're gonna explain what happened. Was she out of commission? What happened? Nothing. Nothing. All right, cool.
Nah, cooties.
Oh man, I'm laughing at which keeper was played by a man. I thought that was a woman.
Committed to the bit, bro.
Hey, he committed. You know. So yeah, which Kiba, who is the wife of Don Horror, which I'm like, so how did they have sex? I know that's a messed up thing to ask, but I have to ask this because this is really trying to
Subscribe to
understand the
the
dynamic here.
subscribe to the horrors OnlyFans.
I not want to know that, but yeah, it's it's one of those things where that character exists to be kind of like, hey, you're gonna help out our son? He needs your help. Oh, you're not gonna help? All right, cool. I guess. Yeah,
Shorty chose to be with a demon. That was her choice.
it's a choice. That's all it really was.
Sounds like her problem.
Yeah, I will say this: like the one angle of the show that I did like was the monsters because I like the beast alien double monsters where it was like they were human and then they had their alien forms. And I think what was it? I want to say it was like a quarter way through the show. They had this machine that was like that actually fused the human and aliens together as like actual
Mhm.
monsters and stuff. Which I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
they
okay,
were
that's
hard.
interesting.
Like they were trying to build a better monster, so they were like coming up with different ways to empower the monsters and make them stronger. So they came up with that plot there to fuse because they realized like, oh, there's something in humanity, so they were trying to like you said, fuse a human and a monster. Like that whole little mini arc there was kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, even to the point to where I there was an episode with the turtle monster where he was doing a very sort of like was it Snow White thing. He was kidnapping women just to turn them into monsters. I was like, oh, well, that's what that was interesting, creepy, but it it's interesting because again it goes with that whole dynamic of them kidnapping people for monsters. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're just here to see Gavin punch the shit out of monsters, and that's really the gist of it. So hey, that I mean, what else
Right.
are we here for? I mean, um, I did like the music of the show. Um,
Yeah, I think
I
Kira Sensei did a really good job on the opening and the ending.
yeah,
Like I never skipped the opening. Never,
I
never.
mean, I never skip the openings of any Toku show. So I mean, because they're all flames in my eyes. And endings, I just keep it on, just keep it going. Music was actually great. Even the music during the fights are actually pretty fun. Um, Special effects are definitely fun to watch. I mean, look,
If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the show at the time. It was one of the highest production costs because they had a lot of computer effects and shit.
bro, like the one sequence where he's running away from the ball like it's Indiana Jones, that was like all blue screen, but
Um,
it was still dope.
I mean, they used that shit like 4 times in the show, and I understand why because they had probably had a lot of money for it. So I
I
ain't
mean,
mad at them.
look, there are things in like old Toku shows that like I have to wonder like what sort of things that they had to use to shortcut their way to make it work.
And I'll be honest with you, man. Like that's a lot of my enjoyment out of the show was like watching and trying to figure out how the sandwich is made,
Yeah, because it really
and
because
seeing
you
like
really
the
oh go ahead.
and seeing like the innovation, like the how they get or build these worlds out and get the set pieces done. It's like it's so exciting to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean even because again we talked at length about how like a lot of these Toku shows the monster suits get reused throughout all the shows and they just throw different variations of it. So like when I'm watching Gavin, I'm like, well, how much of these monsters were in Common Rider? And they just
Or
repainted them or they redid them in some different ways. Because there was like the armadillo monster in particular. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, didn't they use that in Zhu Ranger at some point?
you know, I had that same feeling when I was watching Black RX. So I was like, now didn't I see pieces of that motherfucker from somewhere else?
But again, it like to me that speaks to the ingenuity of like these Toku shows and stuff where it was like we got to reuse these suits because they're still good. What can we do to really like make them pop again? So it's like, all
Or
right,
or even right now with fucking Gachar, who's his forms is using like repaints of other Kamen Rider parts. Because I mean,
I mean,
if it's in the kitchen, man, use your ingredients, bro.
it's like they're in the back room, like, all right, we got to make the suit pop. What suit do we got back here?
All
All
right,
right,
let's
cool.
snatch that arm from Kamen Rider Vulcan, get that chest piece from that nigga from Gaim, spray paint that shit gold and keep it moving.
It's like nobody's gonna know none the better.
Narrator, everyone noticed. Job well done, Koichi. Job well done.
Oh my god, man! Like, look, I do enjoy the fact that fucking that freaking Retsu has a day job at the zoo, and
He is not getting employee of the year. I'm sorry.
bro,
Man is not
what
getting no
had me
accolades
rolling because
at all.
it's kind of like when you look back at like the OG MMPR, right, and how when the Rangers had to disappear off somewhere, everybody was like, well, "Where's the rest of the crew at?" Because they'll like remember the episode they were cleaning up the park from trash and shit with Bulk and Skull, and they disappeared off Bulk and Skull. I was like, where the hell were they at and stuff, right? Same thing happens with Retsu. Retsu has, while he's a space sheriff, he's working a day job at a zoo, helping kids and things
Or
of
was
that
it a
nature.
ranch? Was it a ranch?
Might be an animal ranch, or it's like an animal preservation.
Where he had horses and shit and
Yeah,
had
horses
kids
and
coming over.
yeah. So and the kids figure into the plot of the show because every damn episode they get involved, getting kidnapped and whatever and stuff with the
It,
bad guys,
as they do.
as they always do. And as with every Toku show during this time period, everybody has a tragic backstory where their parents get killed. Because of course you do.
Especially in Ultraman. Oh my god.
It's like, what happened to your parents? They got stomped by a monster. All right, Jesus, they're dead.
What happened to his sister? She got stopped 3 episodes later. Oh.
Or she got cancer. Just the most serious of things, and it's like, so nobody got 2-parent households. That's where we're at, huh?
Mom and dad were in the car together, bro. What are you talking about?
It's either there's no 2-parent households or it's a single parent household. That's it. That's all you get.
And they getting yeeted by King Black.
So Retsu's working at this animal preservation. The owners hire him, and the running joke is literally like when Retsu disappears off to do his space cop duties, the owner's like left with this fucking dick in his hands, like, where the hell is Retsu at? I guess I got to entertain these kids. And then Retsu gets back and he's like, yeah, I'm only going to pay you for like 3 hours of work since that's all you did today before you disappeared off.
The nicest boss, because I'd have fired his ass. I'm like, if you don't, and he was living there like room and board paid for. Like, come on, man. Retsu, you fucking scumbag.
Yo, he must be doing some exceptional work to still stay out here.
I was supposed to say, them stables got to be spotless, man, because there ain't no way in hell.
It's like, before I go to this monster, let me make sure the stable is spotless so that this owner can get off my ass.
Or that time where like he left and left that his homeboy, the big dude.
Oh my god, bro! Like that is. I'm like, at this point, you might as well just go ahead and just tell the owner you're a space sheriff, so we can just get past all the bullshit at this stage. Because it's like the worst. What's the worst he gonna do? Fire you? It's like, well, I'm already a space cop. I'm getting paid anyway. So what is this? This capitalism shit does not work for me on Earth.
What is that? They didn't get the job because they didn't have comparable money, isn't it? Or was that Just Beyond?
It might be.
It was Gavin.
You sure it was Gavin?
Was it Gavin? Was it Just Beyond? Where they had to get money because their money, they didn't take their money on Earth?
It's Just Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Just Beyond. Yeah, it was Just Beyond. Because remember, because Just Beyond got to Earth, and it was that weird, like,
that gold money with the symbols on it and shit. Yeah,
the fish out of water, gold money, and then they're like, "What the hell is this?" Like, we take currency here on Earth, sir. Gonna need a job job. Sorry. Fighting monsters is not part of the deal. We don't do that.
Who are you, Spider-Man?
There are also other space sheriffs that pop in to Earth. You got Space Sheriff Allen,
played by Kamen Rider V3.
Yes, which is, again, you know what? That's another thing that I love about, and I mean, we kind of get this in Hollywood a little bit too, where I always laugh at people that complain about like, how come this actor is brought back for a different role? They couldn't get somebody else. I'm like, this is standard shit in Toku. They will use the same actor in a different role, and you're gonna love it.
Or maybe they just like working with somebody who's fucking professional and who's good at their jobs.
That too.
Now, my thing is like, were you disappointed with me that Alan didn't get an armored form?
I was disappointed that, because in my head, when I think of Space Sheriff Gavan, I'm thinking that other space sheriffs have their own armor set.
Right. And even after all these years, never got one. I say, even after all these years, he never got one. And they say, hold on, bro, you already got too many superhero forms. You can't give you another one. Sorry, dog.
Yeah, because it's like Space Sheriff Allen. There's the Gavan Type G, which I think that's for the new Gavan. Yeah, that's for the new Gavan, for the new one. And then you got Sheridan and Shader. But then it's like you get Space Sheriff Allen, and it's like, I mean, he has a dope ass, hat,
cowboy hat,
hat and stuff.
That's nice.
It's great, but can we get a combat suit or something?
I mean, could have been a gold Gavin suit. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
I guess they didn't want to have a repeat, or they want to just do something different. But I mean,
I think that is kind of weird though that they never really kind of dived into that and stuff. To be honest, like it's I think even I want to say that they did a manga on Gavin, and it was like another one that was like a black bootleg or something like that. I want to say it was like Minerva or something like that because I was looking up stuff with Gavin, and apparently there was a manga where there was like an all black Gavin.
So that might have been where they got the idea for a bootleg for the Gokaiger movie.
Oh, the Gavin Gokaiger movie.
Was that where bootleg Gavin, the robot Gavin?
I think so. It's been a minute since I've seen that one, so yeah, I need to go back and watch that. But yeah, I think that's
Was there? Am I mixing up something? Yeah, it was Gavin bootleg, the black Gavin. Am I right?
Yeah. But no,
it's not like I have to remember 10,000 these goddamn shows. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, when you brought up, Sheriff coming into Gavin, he was there as a distraction. Now that I think about it,
did not do shit, and I'm so mad about fucking Synopsis. He helped in the fight. No, he didn't. Y'all didn't watch this show.
He was there. He said, and then said, "I'm out."
Right. He just posed and didn't do shit. I'm assuming because they didn't know if the suit could hold up in an action sequence yet.
It's just as worse in the Gavin movie with both of them popping up, and I'm like, so we wait until damn near the whole movie before Shader and was it Shader and Sheriff Gavan pop in, and I'm like, so why are you here again, guys? Oh, toys. Gotcha.
To sell toys. I'm gonna say we got figures coming out, bro.
Just go.
And our Toei Tokusatsu Club specials, buy the subscription now.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, that's what it is. It's the youth club that actually has animals. That's what it was. It was the Avalon Youth Club. But still, dude literally gets paid. He gets paid just for the hours that he worked. And I was like, you know what? That's capitalism. That's fair. That is fair.
You left a bunch of children unattended, bro.
With animals. It's not really the best of choices here. So,
I'm saying.
Did you have a fave episode? Or a standout episode that you enjoyed?
I can't really remember single episodes because I'm gonna be honest, like watching Gavin is like a fever dream. It's like all that shit kind of melds together, especially the Maku space sequences, which is when they were on the good cat drugs. A lot of trippy visuals.
I mean, I think there was an episode where it was sort of like, I'm not going to call it a dream sequence, but I think it was like basically, I think Gavin kind of I'm going to call it the Gavin version of Fighting Spirit, essentially, where Gavin was like fighting a bunch of monsters out of armor, just him. Retsu,
just raw dogging it, yeah.
Just raw dogging everybody. I was like, dude, that's a dope shit. Because again, Kenji Ohba, that dude can put hands on people outside the suit, and it was actually pretty dope seeing that. So that was probably the one standout episode. But yeah, a lot of those episodes, you're right. A lot of those episodes do kind of blur together, and that I think again that speaks to like why there is a plot, but then it just exists.
Now, I did like that little arc when Mimi got sick and he had to find that cure for her.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 episodes.
Right. And was like playing it coy. Which, by the way, if I remember right, wasn't Mimi the director's daughter?
Yeah, Mimi was director's daughter. She disappeared, and then we got the other
his assistant. Yeah, she came in and
then Mimi subbed in back. And then Mimi came back, and it's like, so why is Mimi back again? Why did she leave?
And then Gavin had the 2 bras on his arm. Like, I see you, player. I see you, pimp.
Look, this Kenji Ohba. You will respect him.
I mean, game recognizes game, player.
Oh my god, man! Look, even with this show, like I kind of went down a rabbit hole. It is kind of interesting. Like with the anniversary, they did the Gavin movie with the new actor playing the new Gavin, and I do like how they differentiated both suits. Like they didn't just sit there and just do an updated version of Kenji's Gavin suit and put it on a new guy. They actually gave the new guy like his own sort of unique suit, which goes back to.
I mean, side by side, they might look a little similar, but there are like details in both that differentiates them, like with the lights and shit.
which kind of like goes back to what we were saying with Space Sheriff Allen. I'm like, you couldn't give Allen his own suit. Like that would have been nice. He just gets a sword and shield. That's all he gets.
Again, that cowboy hat is cool as fuck.
Look, that come on, man. But nah, like I would say this: everything about the show I enjoyed. It being on Blu-ray, a lot of the visuals pop out in a very clear way, which I think is great. Um, I like I said, the monster suits, and it's really the set pieces to me that just sets everything off. Like Gavin at one point in his early episodes, he's fighting a monster on a moving boat. So you're more so like, at least in my head, I'm more so just kind of in awe of like they're on a moving boat. And just imagine the people filming that sequence while the boat is moving and Gavin is fighting a rubber monster on said boat.
Like,
A
I'm sorry.
speedboat
I'm
at that.
sorry.
It's like it's dope as shit. Like
Really good action sequences. I'm sorry. It's like they were filming the sauciest action sequences. Again, I need to remind you all, for a children's television show.
thank you. They didn't have to do all this. Like
You didn't have to go that far, but God bless you. I'm glad you did.
it's like you know what it reminds me of? You know what? I really feel that's the reason why we all love Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Somebody was like, hey, we need to do a Kamen Rider show. We're just gonna give you a bunch of stunt actors. Have fun.
So say we all, and they got an Emmy for it. God bless them.
God bless them. That is the American version of what Gavin was. It's like you got a fucking Emmy out that shit.
Because people talk mad shit, but like, look, the action sequences in Dragon Knight, pretty fucking good.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good.
I mean, look, that's what you want out of a kid show. It's like just give us fun. Just give us people in the suits fighting. That's the closest you're going to get to a CW drama is Dragon Knight that actually does what it needed. It's like just throw him in the suit. That's that. I mean, that's all you need.
I'm saying.
But Prime, we're crazy for just wanting that.
Again, we're toxic man babies. We shouldn't. How dare you speak ill of these corporations?
I even goes to this support to was it Space Sheriff Julia. That was another character that was in the Gavin novel that they did, and she's another character that just like Alan, they didn't give her a suit, but she has like a nice outfit. So it's like I don't understand the motif of the Space Sheriff if you're not going to give people suits and just show it to us. Don't get it. But hey, I'm all for the dragon, which is dope as shit. So, yeah, I mean, look, 40 episodes, folks. No, was it 44 episodes or 40?
I thought it was, it was 43, 44?
44 episodes. Yeah, 44 episodes. Enjoy it. You have the Gavin movie, which it was okay. I wasn't like really big on it.
If you want, you mean the one with Type G? Yeah, it's
Type G. It's
not a good movie. Don't watch that one, players. You can skip that one.
I mean, I would recommend the Gavin Gokaiger movie.
Most definitely. That matter of fact, that's the reason that Type G movie was made, because everyone watched it and was like, "Oh wow, Kenji Ohba's awesome. Can we get more Kenji Ohba?" And Toei heard us said more Gavin. It's like, that's not what we said, Toei.
Look. The only reason to watch
what we said.
The only reason why the Type G movie is the one good moment in the Type G movie. Kenji Ohba beating the shit out of old boy.
and to be fair, the Type G movie got us Scheider and Charivan, the Next Generation, and those movies are pretty fucking fun.
I didn't watch those. How are those?
They're fun. They're fun. It's like it's a lot of it is member berries, but a lot of it's just, again, a lot of really good action set pieces.
I'm mad that member berries is part of our vernacular now.
It's a good fucking term. I'm sorry.
It's like, damn you, South Park. I hate you, but it works.
Look, it sums it up perfectly. I remember.
Yeah. It's like I remember it all. Hey, look,
I remember.
It's funny because the Space Sheriff group is actually like a figure in the superhero Tyson Z movie.
Mm-hmm. And the fucking Space Squad series, which I wish we can get some more of, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, the SPD
Decker Ranger versus Gavin. Yeah,
Decker Ranger. Bruh, look, that fucking movie cover goes hard as shit.
That movie went hard as shit.
I need to watch it. Is it online somewhere?
I got you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because look, when I saw that poster and I was like, I kind of need to watch that. I really need to watch it. Especially when they showed them all in the SWAT uniforms with Gavin. I'm like, how am I not watching this? Why is this not on? Why can I
Oh,
get
so that means you don't have the pain of seeing the fucking post credit scene when there's like we need more members for the team. You get this dope ass montage. Oh, so you haven't okay.
I need to
Get ready
watch
to
that.
get mad like me.
Is it gonna be flipping tables or is it the Denzel Malcolm X thing where he slams his head and just takes off his glasses? That is
Mm,
it that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes to both.
You know, it's gonna probably it might piss me off more than the end of X-Men Apocalypse when the team actually has their fucking uniforms from the fucking comics, and then the
And you
next
never
movie,
see them shits.
Dark Phoenix said, "Yeah, you know those cool things you saw there in that last movie? Yeah, ignore that.
Nah.
Nah,
Nah.
nah, too
Didn't
cool."
happen. Didn't happen. They weren't wearing those. What were you saying? Chewbacca was a Wookiee. Huh?
You know what? I am amazed that Saban didn't attempt to try to like do Gavin as a show.
I'm pretty sure they probably thought the footage was too old. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
which is
usually
really
the
strange to
show
me
goes
because it would have just made
through.
more sense if VR Troopers was just all the Metal Hero shows. Like,
But Prime, that means that, well, you know what? I'm not gonna say Saban didn't care. I just think he just burned through the shit too quick than he should have.
right. And it's like it just goes to show you, like, I think production just didn't care. They were just trying to grab shit to sell toys.
Beetleborgs
Cause
is the biggest culprit of it. I was like, holy crap, they really burned through a lot of stuff.
right. Cause I feel like VR Troopers really could have just been the 3 space sheriffs. Like, oh, but they don't ever fight together. I'm like, but you could have. But then again, if they did that, then you would have been splicing 3 shows together. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I mean,
Don't listen to me.
VR Troopers getting 3 seasons is a miracle in and of itself. So, what's it, 2 seasons?
I thought it was 2. That
Yeah,
was 2.
2 seasons. I don't know why I'm saying 3 seasons. I forgot the DVD split like season 2, like part 1 and part 2. So in my head, I'm thinking 3 seasons. But yeah, I mean, hey, look, at least we got Space Sheriff Shader and the show.
Which I really hope that Hasbro isn't going to cock block them because Sherry Vaughn's coming on Blu-ray thanks to our fine folks at Discotech.
Oh yes, I forgot that's coming. Yeah, I need to. That definitely needs to
I'm
happen.
gonna be pre-order mine pretty soon, but
I
I
don't think
hope they're not gonna.
they're not gonna cop block it because
I
to
hope
be
they
honest,
don't cock block it because like if we don't get the third, I'm gonna be. Look, I'm already on bad terms with Hasbro right now, but like it's gonna be my fucking. It's gonna be step 3 in my Joker origin. Is all I'm saying.
yeah, but folks, go out, pay your $30, buy Space Sheriff Gavin, support Discotech, watch the
It
extras. It's
should
great.
also be streaming somewhere, shouldn't it?
Uh,
Because I know
I was about to say
Just
I was-
Beyond was on Crunchyroll for a minute.
we don't mention Crunchyroll. I don't
I
wanna-
mean, you know.
I'm trying to think where so Space Sheriff Gavin. There's episodes on YouTube that's not on the official Toei Tokusatsu
Because of course.
because of course it isn't. Hold on.
So it's not on Tubi.
Uh, that's the thing because it's like hold on.
So it's not on Tokusatsu.
Okay, so Space Sheriff Gavin. Hold up, because I saw somebody that actually had. Hold up. Live, baby. That's what we do.
We are constant professionals. So I know the first 2 episodes are on Tokusatsu World.
Oh yeah, no. All the episodes, all 44 episodes are on Tokusatsu World Official.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, if you want to watch all episodes, it's on Tokusatsu World Official.
If it's on Tokusatsu World Official, then that just probably means just the first 2 episodes are subtitled.
No, all of them are.
They're all subtitled? Okay.
All of them are subtitled. All of them subtitled. So yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so if you want to watch it all, it's on the Tokusatsu Toei Tokusatsu World official channel. Because initially they only had the first 3 episodes, and then I was kind of like, well, if you guys have a YouTube channel, how come the hell y'all don't have it? And then they finally put it all up. But yeah, so yeah, you can watch it on YouTube, and or you can just support it and buy it on Blu-ray. You know, enjoy it, enjoy everything that this show has to offer. I'm waiting for Sherry Van to actually get part of onto it, get pop up onto it as well. So, um, but yeah, that's it. I think trying to think what could we do after this.
You want to just say fucking and do Sherry Vaughn?
I mean, after I gave you that link that our boy Blackwing did, I feel we can actually do B Fighter now.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can yeah, we can actually do B Fighter and have fun with that. And this is actually funny enough because I've seen bits and pieces of B Fighter, but this will be probably my first time actually watching B Fighter the whole way through.
Same here. The theme song fucking slaps.
Yes, it does. And I heard great things about B Fighter 2 from a lot of folks. So
It's one
yeah.
of the best, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And,
Hey, look, if Discotech
and
gives us B Fighter, I would lose my shit.
and look, you can fight me on the heel, but I feel like the B fighter costumes are peak superhero suits.
Yeah, they are. There's a uniqueness about a lot of these suits that still hold up. Like they're simple, but they're effective. And the B Fighter suits, especially, like it's a simple motif, but it just works.
I mean, they look powerful. They're heroic. They have a good silhouette on them. Those are just good character designs all around.
Okay, now I do like in B Fighter Kabuto, not the main three, but the auxiliary B Fighters. I like those suits a lot.
I like those. Really, you don't prefer the main three that much from
I
Kabuto?
like the main. I like it's like I like it, but the auxiliary ones just pop more. Now that could be just a bias on me, but I don't know. I just like the uniqueness of some of the auxiliary ones and stuff because
I mean, that's fair. I'm not judging you. Yeah, okay.
yeah. That's probably also too because I miss like the original B Fighter suits, so it's just like, I mean, yeah, the B Fighter Kabuto suits are great too, but it just feels like they're just like extrovert. They're like just different versions of what the B Fighter suits were. So, but hey, it's all relative. But B Fighter, definitely for sure. B Fighter.
Okay. We'll hop on that shit then.
Yeah, definitely. And appreciate everybody that has been supporting Morphin Metacast because we had a couple people that retweeted out from when we were doing this show. Particularly, gotta shout him out. Where's he at? Where's he at? Ah, Black Anime Culture. They shout us out as being the Black as Fuck Tokusatsu podcast on the interwebs, and we appreciate that.
Appreciate that, baby. Mwah, mwah.
Appreciate us. We do what we can. We do what we can. There's other podcasters out there that are
Look,
part
look,
of our circle, but we feel
look,
we
look,
do what we can. We appease the
look.
people.
I'm just a humble shit poster. Uh, so I appreciate all the love you throw my way.
Oh yeah, we always appreciate that. It's great. One of our other guys. I mean, look, Juan. He was like, "Hey, he's happy the metal series are being released in the U.S. on Blu-ray. Please more of this discotheque." Yes. I think I said it before when they released. What was it? What was the first one they released? Just Beyond. I was like, if this is the start of Metal Hero shows being released by Discotheque, injected in my veins.
And say I am here for it.
So I mean, you got my monies. Physical media is important. That's all I'm saying. Like they're trying to deny physical media, but it's important. You need it because if you can't get physical media, is anybody gonna really care about the product afterwards? Maybe.
Certainly not fucking the executives listening to fucking Warner Brothers.
Look, I will. I every day I look at that SWAT Cats DVD I got from Warner Archives, and I'm like, oh, thank God I got that.
I'm saying,
man, because without Warner Archives, I would not have been able to get SWAT Cats on DVD. and I wanted that show on DVD too. So that was a blessing in disguise. Because for those that don't know, Warner Archives, it was basically DVDs on demand. So if there were certain movies and shows that you wanted on DVD, you can order it, and they will print the DVD out for you immediately and ship it out to you. So I think it was SWAT Cats, I think Pirates of the Dark Water, basically any Hanna Barbera property under Warner Brothers you can get. That
Oh,
wasn't Scooby Doo, because Scooby Doo was always getting DVDs and stuff anyway. But it was like other shows that was you could get it on demand.
I was going to say also the new and the old Thundercats cartoon as well.
Yeah,
That's how
that
I
too.
got them.
Yeah, that too as well. So that was a resource that I'm kind of mad that Warner Brothers shut down, because I think that was a very important and smart play, because by doing DVDs on demand, you're saving money without having like extra copies of certain shows that may not be popular. Versus if you do on demand, you're just doing it for that person and you're still getting money in the process. I wish more companies do that kind of stuff, 'cause I think that's a way easier effort than twiddling your thumbs wondering, is this thing going to sell, and you have to sell X amount in order for it to be worth your while. I kind of wish Shout Factory did that, honestly, if they got to go through all this stuff with Toei. But it is what it is. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, folks, yeah, we'll be back with B Fighter. Also on the comic book corner front, I'm trying to see what D schedule like, so all three of us can kind of do this Arrowverse retrospective as well.
Right. So that means I got to get on this shit. So I just finished most of my collection because I just got the last season of The Flash and I've just ordered all of Black Lightning.
Okay.
So I think I have everything on Blu-ray now, but I have to go back and double check. So hold on. When you say Arrowverse retrospective, hold on. Does that mean everything? What?
Yeah, that includes Stargirl and Superman and Lois.
Okay, so that includes that's Arrow. Hold on. So just so I understand. So that's
Arrow,
Arrow,
Flash,
Flash,
Black Lightning.
Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine, Black Lightning, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl,
Stargirl,
Stargirl, and
Superman
Superman
and
and
Lois,
Lois. That's 8.
Batwoman.
Fuck, I forgot about Jesus Christ, I forgot about Batwoman. Yeah, Batwoman, Naomi, unfortunately, even though I'm like,
Hold
sure.
on. So she's technically not in the Arrowverse, but neither is Superman and Lois. So
Technically,
hold on.
Superman and Lois was in it before they did that retcon in the second season.
They retconned that. Hold on. So we're gonna do that shit. Does that also mean technically we have to do Smallville and Birds of Prey?
Not really.
I mean they popped up in Crisis.
That's Crisis though.
Okay. So it's just all the new shit. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to donate to my Patreon for my alcohol splash, I will send my have that information in the description.
We can put our PayPal's on there, and you can donate to that, and we can get that ball rolling on maybe Cosmic Fury being funded to talk about.
I'm sorry. I'm not watching this shit again. I'm sorry. I'm not. No.
Technically, you didn't have to watch it for us to review it. You know that, right?
I mean, look, I want to be fair. Like I don't want to speak in bad faith, and I want to speak from a place of reflection. And my thing is that the dude, I just can't separate the art from the artist because the dude was an asshole to my friends and to me, and is going around acting like a fucking schmuck for 3 years. So I can't. I don't think I can be unbiased. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, anyways, folks, we'll be back. B Fighter. And just let us know what you thought of the episode, and what you think of what you think of Gavin when you watch it. And catch you guys later. Peace.
Appreciate you, loves. Auf Wiedersehen.